Hi, I'm Tom Bernens. This is my video for my final project for CS437 Internet of Things. This is a demo of my racquetball tracking system. I have an example of one of the tags here in my hand. My anchors are over here and over there against that wall. Why don't you come over here and we'll show you what this kind of looks like. So the anchors themselves are the same module as the tags. But the anchors are fixed in place using a tripod, and they act as stationary objects. I do have the anchors set up 19 feet apart from each other, 6 inches inside of and 6 inches behind the back wall. The anchors and the tags auto-negotiate. So whenever we start the system up, essentially the tags are off and unpowered, but as I plug them in, I'm going to plug it in so you can see the screen. As we plug them in, it's going to start initializing. It'll say not ready, and right now what it's doing is it's communicating with our Raspberry Pi over in the corner, making sure that it can connect to the Wi-Fi, it can connect to the MQTT broker. Once that connection is complete, the status will change from not ready to ready, hopefully soon. And there it is. So the tags themselves, you just have to plug them in and power them on. That's all you really have to do. Once the tags and the anchors are set up, you can begin using the system. It really is that easy. So I want to come over here and I'll show you what the Raspberry Pi looks like. So the Raspberry Pi is just this little box sitting on the floor here. Like I said in the report, I had to get a separate Wi-Fi module because the built-in Wi-Fi on the Pi was not powerful enough to actually send the signal all the way to the front of the court. However, now that works, right? So I'm gonna take you with me as we go into the court. And so we can see what it looks like inside. So once we're in the court, you can see the anchors back there on the back wall. I apologize for the echo, there's no real getting around that. The anchors on the back wall, they're broadcasting to the tag, and it's reporting the distance between the tag and those anchors. So as we move around the court, if I'm standing in the service box, if I'm standing in the front or the back of the court, that will automatically work. All right, so I just want to show you how the front end of the dashboard works. So once you're logged in and you're on the dashboard, you can type in the name you want in the session and hit start session. At that point, you'll notice that the state changes to logging, and I can pause and end the session. Pausing the session puts it in a pause state where I can resume it, or ending it will actually end the session. But that's how you do session controls, okay? So now that we have our tags and our anchors connected to the system, you can see I have my lovely assistant has the dashboard pulled up on her phone. You'll notice that even though we're not in the court, we're actually outside behind the court, the tags are reporting that they are inside of the court. That is largely because of what I, again, said in the report of assuming the most positive coordinate out of the two anchors. So because we're a little bit to the left and behind the court, that's where it's showing our position. So I'm going to set down tag 1 and
as this clip plays in the background, I just want to do a quick little voiceover. Essentially, this is just showing how the real-time tracking works when a session is connected and someone's on the court. As you can see, I walked through the door, and now I'm walking to the center and to the front wall of the court. At this point, there's a little bit of lag. I think that's because of a communication issue between the devices. You see now they're caught up. Essentially, because those devices are communicating via ultra-wideband, they have to negotiate the communication protocol, and whether it's the glass causing signal reflection or something else going on, I'm not entirely sure. But every once in a while, that connection will drop, and they have to renegotiate, and they start talking again a few seconds later. So the real-time tracking isn't exact, but it works fairly well. Thanks for watching. With that, I'll leave you with some clips of me actually playing on the court with the system up and running in place. A lot of the screenshots that you saw in the report and the data historical views is from the session that you're seeing being played now. So enjoy.